Hey, it's Emily and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. So this reading vlog is going to be a lot more chill. I'm just going to be mood reading from my physical TBR. I have been in a bit of a reading slump, I must say. I've only just finished my second book this month so far and really halfway through the month. Normally I've read about 4 or 5 by now. So I'm feeling like just an easy mood read might actually really help me get out of this little slump. I know 2 books is still good for this time of the month, but for the amount of spare time that I have at the minute, I feel like I should be reading more. Like I'm not really utilising my time right with reading. So the first book that I'll definitely be reading in this vlog is Consider Me by Becca Mack. This is the first book in the Play for Keeps series. This week was Chloe's Patreon buddy read for it and I want to take part. Chloe binged this out so quickly, she loved it. I don't know what her final rating was, but she ate this up like so quick. And it has actually been a while since I've read a hockey romance, so it's about time I get one. I've got my Keep Prince Charming I Want a Hockey Player bookmark ready for that. A few other books that I might get to in this reading vlog. I don't want to set a set TBR because I want to get out of the slump and just mood read. But a couple other books on my July TBR that I might want to pick up. Textrovert, this is a reread, so that might help with the slump. And it's very short, so even if it doesn't count towards my TBR challenge, then it will still help me get reading, I guess. This sounds really weird, but this book has like a certain smell. And it just takes me back to reading it the first time. I don't know what it is about this book, but it has a certain smell. I also have Mockingjay, which is the 3rd and final book in the main Hunger Games trilogy. I still haven't read this, so I might try and squeeze that in for this reading vlog. Hello? Okay. Yeah? That was my brother just asking if I want to go to Lidl with him. And the other option that I might pick up this vlog is Cat Among Pigeons, which is an Agatha Christie. And I haven't read one of these for quite a while, so it'd be nice to read another one. I'm trying to just think of what I might want to read out in the sun, and I feel like Cat Among the Pigeons might be one. But yes, this is the first definite book for this vlog. Couple extra maybes. Yesterday I spent the day at Goodwood Festival of Speed, and I'm so glad I have today to just recover because we were up at like 4:30 to go to this and the traffic on the way back was horrendous. So this afternoon my plan is literally to just read. Consider Me and just crack through. So this, as I said, is a hockey romance. It follows Carter and Olivia. Carter is an NHL player, seems to be loved by everyone, like on and off the ice. And from the sounds of things, Olivia, her best friend's boyfriend, is a hockey player, and because of that, she's like, I don't want to date one. I don't want to date one. However, Carter seems to be infatuated with Olivia and will do anything to kind of convince Olivia that he is right for her and to give him a shot and to consider him. I did flick through earlier and just saw some, spicy bits, but Chloe said this was just so fun, easy, silly, so I'm looking forward to reading this. It is over 500 pages, which I feel like is a little long for like a sports romance, but I'm sure I'll love it. Oh, it has got a nice playlist at the back though. But I think without further ado, I'm going to go start reading and I'll check in with you when I have a little update on Consider Me by Becca Mack. So I thought I'd do a quick little update as I've read a fair chunk of Consider Me already today. It is late, it's like 9 PM now. I'm still enjoying the sun setting so late. But I thought I'd do an update before it got too dark because I have read, like I said, it doesn't look like a fair chunk when you hold it up like that. But I'm up to chapter 24, which is page 224. So to do that in an afternoon, I don't think that's too bad because I started reading this at about 2:30, 3. I've obviously done other things like have dinner and that, but it's just so easy. It's just so easy to read. I feel like the smut's done really well. It's not too cringy. We haven't had too much of it. They've kind of decided to slow things down again because I think they went too fast too soon. But yeah, I am enjoying the characters. I'm also looking forward to continuing the series. I'm really curious to see which players we're going to follow and what friends we're going to follow. Because the kind of whole premise of this book, the way they met and everything, is that Olivia's best friend Cara and Carter's best friend Emmett, they're already in a pretty solid relationship and they've just gotten engaged. So I can't see them having their own novel. Actually, let's find out because I have the second one locked and loaded. Oh, it's Garrett. Okay. Oh, okay. I have a feeling that we could be following Carter's sister. But anywho, This, I feel like at the minute is giving like 4.5 stars. Like it's nothing absolutely amazing. Like I'm thinking of some of the books like The Graham Effect, which I gave like 5 stars. And it's not quite like that good yet. Like it's not hooking me as much as that one did. I'm kind of hoping there's more on-page hockey coming, because that's one thing I really liked about The Graham Effect was the amount of on-page hockey, and I could really visualise the like games. Whereas we've had like 1 game so far and it wasn't that long, but I mean, we'll see. But yes, I've still got about 300 pages to go, so I don't know if I will finish this tomorrow. Imagine doing it in 2 days. I'm probably going to read a bit more tonight. But I thought I'd do a little update and just give a little check-in. I feel like I haven't got much else to say, but I'm enjoying it and I think I will be giving it a higher rating. I mean, obviously we have got 300 pages and a lot can happen in 300 pages. I might completely fall out of love with it and not care, but judging by what Chloe has said, I think it will still be quite enjoyable. So yeah, I mean, the next chapter I'm called is My Pants Have Left the Building, so maybe it might be a spicy chapter, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll catch up with you probably tomorrow at this point. So I am quite a way through Consider Me. I've sat and read quite a bit this afternoon. I'm up to page like 419, 418. So nearly at the end. I'm definitely going to finish this tonight. It's so easy to binge. It's quite cringy. It's very cringy. Very cringy, very cheesy. Not complaining. And the whole Sword of Thunder thing is getting a bit much. That's coming out a lot. But the actual smutty bits, I think are done really well. Like really nicely written. As nicely as they can be. I am having a fun time nonetheless, and I'm waiting for the 3rd act drama. I do feel like it doesn't need to be this long, like we're getting a lot of like cheesy, cringy moments. I mean, they've all been sweet, but I feel like it doesn't need to be over 500 pages at this point, purely on just like fun banter, you know? I do think the character Carter is really goofy, and that's endearing, and I love seeing him with his friends. That's really sweet. But at the end of the day, I do feel like it's quite long for what it is. I'm enjoying it though. I am enjoying it though. I'm kind of feeling like a 4.5 at the minute, just because it's been so nice to read and binge out. I haven't read a book this quick in a long time, so that's fantastic. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little check-in before I finish this, hopefully tonight. But yeah, I've got just over 100 pages left, so it shouldn't take too long. And I'll keep going. So I have sat and finished off Consider Me by Becca Mack. So somehow I read this in 2 days. I read the last 300-ish pages tonight, or well, today, and it was just so fun, quick, easy, cheesy, cringy. It was just like nice, you know? It wasn't trying to be anything. It wasn't, I don't know. When it got to the 3rd act drama, I messaged on the Discord, but just being like, use your words. It did infuriate me a little bit how it was handled, the whole situation, and how poorly it was communicated between the two of them. And that was just like, like so frustrating. I think the ending, I was gonna say it was rushed. The ending itself wasn't rushed. I think their relationship was rushed towards the end, how it kind of jumped in steps. I mean, when you know, I guess, but like it kind of jumped ahead in their relationship. Like their relationship kind of went quite quick, I think, which is surprising for a 535 page book. I'm so glad I read it, and it was definitely so fun, easy. I really liked Carter's like banter, and like I really like the friendship group. I'm looking forward to expanding my knowledge of them, because yes, we got a lot of Carter and his like hockey team, especially Emmett, but Emmett and Cara are together. I'm looking forward to seeing more from like Adam, Garrett. I'm thinking that's who the next books are going to follow. I know the next one follows Garrett. Like I said earlier, I feel like it didn't need to be 535 pages long for what it was. That being said, I ate up every page, as in I flew through it. It didn't feel like 535 pages, especially I think because I read it across like not even 48 hours. But yeah, I think I am going to give it a 4-star. I think it's not getting higher because of how infuriating some of the bits were. It was just a little too cringy at times for me, a little too cheesy. I still really enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, hence why it's still getting a 4. But I think some points I was like, okay, come on now, like dramatic eye roll. And the whole Sword of Thunder, that got on my nerves. But I think the smut was really well written. I did really like the banter between them, and Carter was just really goofy and funny. But yeah, on the whole, a pretty decent read. Definitely will pick up Play With Me fairly soon. That's the plan after reading this one. But yeah, that's the first book done for this mood reading my TBR vlog. So I can put it back on the shelf now, reunite it with the hockey books. I think the next book that I am going to pick up is Cat Among the Pigeons. I think that's what I'm feeling. I'm just fancying a murder mystery now, just a quick easy one. And I haven't read an Agatha Christie in a while, so I really want to listen to the audiobooks because they're narrated by Hugh Fraser. I want to listen to the audiobook while doing my Agatha Christie puzzle, which I've been working on the last couple of days. I think that'll be a nice fun activity to do tomorrow afternoon. It's just sit and listen to this and puzzle. So yeah, I think this is going to be the next one I pick up. So what I believe this is about, it's set at a boarding school, I think, at least a school, and one evening 2 teachers see some weird lights coming from the sports pavilion. They go out and find that the sports teacher has been murdered. One of the students, Julia, Olivia was in Consider Me. Julia knows too much, and she knows that without the help of Poirot, she could end up dead next. So I'm very excited to read this. I remember the Poirot episode so clearly in my head. For some reason, I don't even know why. I can really think of the sports pavilion. But yeah, I think I'm going to pick this up tomorrow when I wake up. So yeah, I'll check in with you when I've started this, and I'm excited to read another Agatha Christie. Good afternoon, gentle folk. So I have in fact read a fair bit today so far of Cat Among the Pigeons by Agatha Christie. I am over halfway now. I'm up to chapter 14, which is page 178 out of about 300 pages. So yeah, just over halfway. We still haven't had a Poirot appearance yet. It's meant to be a Poirot book, but I know it does say on the back that Olivia Upjohn is one that contacts Poirot, and it's nice that it's not just, you know, Poirot, murder follows Poirot around, he just happens to be there. It's quite like different in the sense that he's like actually called in as a private investigator this time, so that's nice. We have had a murder. Did take about 120, 130 pages for it to actually happen, but there was a lot of build up and set up, and I've just remembered like something about the plot because there's some jewels that are being transported from the Middle East to England. Prince Ali was being flown to England and his plane got tampered with, so him and the pilot died. However, there was a way to transport the jewels still across to England, and I've just remembered where they were hidden. It hasn't been revealed yet at all, but it's just clocked in my head. I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly where they are. So I've got just over 100 pages to go, and I can probably finish this tonight. I don't know if I will, but I will keep listening because I've been enjoying the audiobook narrated by Hugh Fraser. I finished my Agatha Christie puzzle. I wasn't expecting to have finished that so quickly. I've done a little reorganisation of my hockey shelf as well. Because I bought 4 new books, I had to turn some on the side. So there's now a stack, but still happy that they're all on the same shelf still. Oh, I haven't even put Brock back up. There we go. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a little update halfway through. I am really enjoying this one. Like I said, I have really fond memories of watching the TV episode. I have a really clear memory of watching this. If I do finish this tonight before going to bed, I'll probably watch the episode, the David Suchet episode. But yeah, I am so glad I picked this up next. It was definitely the right read for this time. I'm just waiting for Poirot to turn up. The fact that he's going to rock up and solve it in less than like 100 pages is amazing. I love Poirot. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of a fun day. I'll try and vlog a bit, so if I can, I am going to make a short / TikTok for my actual experience of the day. However, I'm going to Oxford to see Holly Jackson. It's for the release of Not Quite Dead Yet. However, I'm going to take my copy of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder to get her to sign, because you're allowed to take one book. So yeah, me and my friend are going on a little road trip to Oxford. I'm going to have a nice afternoon there, do a little bit of mooching, maybe some book shopping, and then yeah, go to the Holly Jackson event in the evening. So I don't know how much reading I will get done tomorrow, but I'm going to keep going with this and yeah, hopefully finish this very soon. But yes, I will leave you there for a little update, and I'll come back to you probably when I finish this. It might be tonight, it might be tomorrow morning, who knows? But I'm really enjoying just reading this. I don't know, it's giving me good feelings. So after I gave you my last update, I literally sat and binged out the rest of Cat Among the Pigeons. I finished it all before dinner. So that means I read all of this today. Very proud of that. I just got so sucked into it and I just really enjoyed it. This is definitely one of my favourites, I think now. I decided to give it a 4.5. It wasn't like a fully 5-star feeling, but I still really enjoyed it. And sorry if you can hear that dog. It was so complex, but still at a level that you could understand it, and it was like, oh wow, whoa. And I actually didn't remember everything. Like, I know I remembered where the jewels were stolen or hidden even. That's pretty much hinted to quite early on, and it gets revealed fairly early on. But yeah, I still had a good time with this. But yeah, I literally binged this all out today, so of course I would have given it a high rating. I love how Poirot just kind of came in and was like, yep, but not to a stupid extent, like he did his appropriate digging and investigating. Like, he didn't just know stuff. I feel like I haven't got much else to add really. That's just kind of my general feeling about this. And yeah, 4.5. So that's another book off my TBR. And I think the one I'm going to pick up next is Mockingjay. Just so there's a bit of a variety, I feel like, in this vlog. Try out another genre. And also I can wrap up a series. Because I started a series at the start of this vlog with Consider Me. So I think it's fair that I wrap up a series as well. So I haven't read this yet. This is a first time read. I recently read The Hunger Games and Catching Fire. And so it's about time that I read Mockingjay. Finally, I've had these books on my shelf since I was probably like 16, 17. And so yeah, it's been about like at least 8 years, I think, on my shelves. I'm intrigued to see how it wraps up. From what I've heard from Chloe especially, she said that she found some of the bits a bit boring or like not as intense as the previous books. However, the ending absolutely destroyed her. I think that's what she said. I could be wrong, but I'm a bit nervous to get to the ending, but it's about time I finish off this series. And I'll try and read a bit before going to Oxford tomorrow. But this might be over a couple of days, so we'll see. I'm kind of in like a reading mood, like I just want to keep reading, so I might start this tonight, we'll see. But yeah, I just want to like get loads of books off my TBR, because Chloe, I'm coming for you, but I'm just in the mood to get reading, so I feel like this is going to be another quick easy one. I read both Catching Fire and The Hunger Games across like a day each, pretty much, or at least like a large portion of the books across one day, so I feel like this could be another very quick easy read. Hopefully I do have the audiobook as well, so I can listen to that while getting ready tomorrow for Oxford and things like that. So yeah, this is book 3 for this vlog. But yes, I will check in with you when I've started this and have some thoughts and feelings to update you with.
Are you allowed to do that?
Hello, so it's a couple of days later. Yesterday was the day in Oxford, going to see Holly Jackson. I didn't actually vlog anything for this vlog. I am posting a short form content video for that. However, I haven't done any reading since I last spoke to you. My plan was to start Mockingjay, however, I feel like now is not the time for me to be reading this. Every time I think about picking it up, I'm just like, don't really want to right now. So I literally haven't read anything the last couple of days. Tonight is the evening already, but tonight we are driving to Derby for my brother's graduation. So I do have time to read in the car tonight. my dad will be driving all of us up. So I am going to take this because I may still want to read it, but I'm also kind of leaning towards Textrovert right now. I kind of want to just read this. The font is huge, it's so short. I think this will be a really quick, easy read. It's a reread, and hopefully it will just keep the reading momentum going, because I think I said in my last clip, like, I just want to keep reading. I want to read everything. Like, I really was in the reading mood Sunday evening after finishing Cat Among the Pigeons. But every time I think of reading Mockingjay, I just don't want to read. So I will read this at some point, but maybe not in this vlog. I think I am going to pick up Textrovert instead. I'm going to take both in the car with me tonight, and I'll see which one I feel like reading. This one is just so silly, so cringy, so kind of unrealistic, but also just so fun. I read this for the first time when I was like 14 on Wattpad. It then got indie published, which is when I then bought it. And I just kind of want to be taken back to those feelings from when I was like 14, 15. I think I just want to read this, and I just want a reread. I know it's not going to count towards my TBR challenge. I know I said I wanted to read books off my physical TBR, but my main focus is keeping the reading, like feeling the reading mojo going, keeping the momentum going, and I think reading this will be a good decision. It is still on my July TBR, so that's something. We're going for 2 nights, so I feel like that's enough reading. I'm taking my Kindle as well, just in case I do somehow blast through both of these, because I have a couple books downloaded on that. But yeah, I think just every time I look at Textrovert, I want to read it, and I'm really craving those like feelings that I felt when I read romances when I was like 14, 15. I feel like I said that a lot recently, but right now all I want to read is a nice summery romance. I kind of want the cringe right now. I'm not looking for anything emotional or really well written. I'm here for the cheese. I found that like Consider Me was really well written, but just like really cringy and cheesy. This, I can't remember how well this was written because it has been a while, but I just know how I feel about reading this, and I know that even if I just read it and I can appreciate it's not well written, it was a Wattpad book, I still think I'll really enjoy it. So yeah. What this is about, I feel like I haven't really given an explanation about the like plot of this book. So this follows, I can't remember. I remember the name Talon. I know he's called Talon. So I'll read what's on the inside here very briefly so you know what it's about. It says, summer is nearly over and Keely is about to start her senior year when disaster strikes. She picks up the wrong cell phone by mistake. Sad face emoji. Just her luck that it belongs to Talon, a totally arrogant jock. Football emoji. Who's just left for football camp with her phone. Keely doesn't know him, but they'll need to rely on each other to forward their messages for an entire week. Talon is so full of himself, but Keely quickly discovers he's funny too. At least his texter. Sweating, laughing emoji. And he listens to Keely, which is more than anyone else does. Texting Talon, she can be more than just a quiet twin sister of a popular boy. Texting Talon, she can be the outgoing person she's always wanted to be. Soon the two are falling for each other, hard. But when true identities are revealed and secrets are exposed, will Keely's feelings stay the same? I'm definitely going to read this next. It's making me so like giddy and like, I just can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the next book. I just wanted to give an update to say like, I haven't read anything and this isn't inspiring me at the minute. So this is the next pick. I'm so excited. I fully forgot to show you in that little update. I thought I would just show you what I got yesterday. So I got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder signed and personalised. She was only doing 1 book per person, so I did get the book, but because this one came signed anyway, like it's the Waterstones exclusive first edition, so it came signed anyway, so I thought I might as well get this one signed. And she commented on the fact that I'd annotated this book, and I was like, yeah, don't read them, they're cringy. And she was like, oh, if I didn't have like such limited time. It was in a church and they only had the church for a certain amount of time, so it was quite rushed, but she was like, oh, I've only had a bit more time because I'd love to look at them. And I'm like, no girl, you don't want to read these. But some of the theories that I had on here, I was saying to her, I was like, some of the theories are like so wrong. So I got these two, well, I had this one already, but I got this one. It's got the blood splatter sprayed edges, which I think I prefer. I was going to wait till the Works release theirs, but I don't actually like the sprayed edges as much as this one. That one has like the 7. So on the naked hardback, it's got this like 7 tally figure. On the Works edition, it has this down the spine, edges, sorry. So it's nice that this is in my hands before it's out because of the event being so early. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. And then in Blackwell's, I treated myself to The Tuesday Club Murders, which is the kind of special edition of Miss Marple's 13 Problems. and I've been missing this from my collection of the special edition hardbacks, so it's nice that I can finally put this on my Agatha Christie shelf and grow that collection a bit. But I spent some birthday book tokens on this as well, so it doesn't count as paying anything. This is a gift basically, and it doesn't add to the TBR because I already have Ms. Marple's 13 Problems. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly do a little this is what I got signed yesterday. Now back to the actual reading. So it's been a little bit crazy since being in Derby. I read about 50, I think it was like 52 pages in the car up here. Then I read only 3 whole pages yesterday. 3 whole pages yesterday for my brother's graduation. We had like a cooked brunch, then went straight out for his graduation, and then went out for a meal, and then went out for drinks with like his girlfriend's family and friends, and didn't get back till like midnight. So didn't actually really read anything yesterday. So I'm still only about a quarter of the way through, but I'm going to sit and read throughout the whole car journey home. It's nostalgic, I'll say that. Like, it's so cringy. It's not the best like written. The writing's not great, but I just feel so nostalgic with it, and it's literally taking me back to when I was like 13, 14 or whatever, like in year 10 or something. I read the first 50 pages in the car very quickly, so I have a feeling that like it won't take me that long. I mean, it's like a 3 and a bit hour journey back home today, so I reckon like I can read the last 150 pages in that time. So that's the plan. I thought I would like get through this really quickly, and when I sit down to actually read, I am, but I just haven't had any opportunities to read yet. We're about to set off in probably about like 10, 15, 20 minutes. So I'm not sure I'll do much reading before we head off. I'm probably not going to change the rating. I'm going to leave my rating on Goodreads as my original rating for it. If I look at it, if I read this now for the first time, the rating wouldn't be quite so high, I'll say that. But I just love the feels it's bringing me, you know? It's taking me right back to when I was, yeah, in year 10 and reading it on Wattpad for the first time. Me and my friends always used to read different books on Wattpad. Not like fan fiction, we never really read fan fiction. We more just read like The Bad Boys Girl, Mr. Popular and I, that was another favourite of ours. We used to love Mr. Popular and I. We literally had, not an argument, but we had like a debate as to who could use the baby name River first. Because that was like the main guy's name, and we both loved the name River. But like, it's really taking me back to that time when I really fell in love with like reading and reading romances, and yeah. So now it's making me want to reread like Mr. Popular and I, The Bad Boys Girl, A Bad Boy Stole My Bra, that sort of thing. Letters from Jay was another one. I'll leave you there though, because I do need to finish packing and getting ready to go. But hopefully I'll finish it on the way back, and yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'll catch up with you hopefully when I've finished Textrovert. Hello, so I'm now back from my little trip to Derby, and I have now finished Textrovert by Lindsay Summers. I finished this after getting back. I read a bit in the car and then just was like, you know what, I'm going to listen to a podcast. It was so cringy, and like I said earlier, I'm not going to change my rating on Goodreads. I'm going to respect, you know, 14-year-old me's original opinions. It definitely wouldn't get anywhere near that rating. I think I gave it 4 stars. I don't think it would get anywhere near that if I read this for the first time today. I don't think it's particularly well written. It's very cringy, very cheesy, and very like, I feel like just very typical of that time, like the YA romances that came out around then, especially ones that were on Wattpad. Some of the drama was just like, really? But overall, it was just a nostalgic comfort read, I guess, and when I did sit down to read it, I did fly through the pages, so very happy that I've managed to read most of this today. Well, all but 50 pages, and it's about 240 long, so yeah, I've read most of this today. It did bring back feelings from when I was a teenager, which is why I picked it in the first place to read or reread. But aside from that, it didn't really give me much. The romance in it was questionable. The like meet cute, the way they switch phones was kind of ridiculous. The drama between like her twin brother and her like friend, there was just like constant like little bits of drama. The third act breakup was kind of like a bit of a curveball, I guess. The drama that happened then was just a bit kind of random. But like I said, it was a nostalgic read and I'm just going to review it based on that, and I knew what I was getting myself into when I picked this up to read next. So yeah, very much a nostalgic read, but I'll leave it there. I probably won't be recommending this to anyone nowadays, but it was a fun time in 2014. When did this actually get like published physically? 2017. Part of it's were cute, but yeah, very nostalgic, very cringy, but like did bring back the feels that I was hoping for. So there we go. So to wrap up this vlog, I read 3 books to kind of mood read and get myself out of this mini slump. I'm hoping it lasts. I read Consider Me, which got 4 stars. I read Cat Among the Pigeons, which I gave 4.5. And then finished off with Textrovert, which I'm just going to not rate. I'm just going to leave my rating at 4 stars on Goodreads because that's what I gave it when I was like 14. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I hope to see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.